Hey, hey, hey. I'm back again. It's spooky. Back. Well, technically Nova. It's Nova back. Nova's back and ready for the next iteration of the story. And this time we have the mods. We have the fucking mods now. Cause yeah. So let's oh my god. I am, okay? I have to fuck. It's so small. Why so small? You can see that good, right? I have no clue if this looks good or not. Let me... I think that looks good. I think that looks good. Okay. I wish I could make it bigger. Yo, yo. It's already set to the console. Okay. Um... How make full screen? There. There we go. Cool, cool. Awesome. Now I can... What is this avatar? What do you mean? Why? Okay, now it's too... What the frick? It's like, oh, you made it too big. If you're asking about my VTuber... Oh, well, I've used this VTuber. This is actually my actual one that I had, like, custom made and everything. But, okay. Let me see. Okay. Let's start it. Oh, shit. Well, this is Higurashi, so this is Higurashi, Chapter 2, Watanagashi. We just finished, the first chapter. It is a very long stream. Totaling up to, I think the easiest way would be just go to my channel on YouTube and seeing it there. Damn. Okay. Yeah, that one cut off there. I'd have to upload the original one onto the thing because it cuts off. So I need to do that. But it's about... it's a pretty long stream. Let me see. not hard to see. The boy is mine. I'm sorry that you. Okay. Of course, it doesn't tell me how. Oh wait, it does. So the first one, hear the cicadas cry. That was 6 hours 23 minutes and 28 seconds. Then second one is 4 hours 12 minutes and 31 seconds, and then the one earlier today was 6 hours 20 minutes and 45 seconds. But this is a visual novel. But yeah. Watanagashi, The Most Possibilities, Cotton Drifting Chapter. How was your taste of life in Hinamizawa? A curse or conspiracy? I believe you have fully enjoyed everything and everyone's seeming suspicious. Here at last, it is no surprise attack, but a real direct incident. Please enjoy it. The difficulty is lower than Onikakushi, but extremely vicious. Yet, I don't get no fucking choices in the matter. There are no choices to make in this. This is, you're in for it for the long haul. This is my first time playing with the mod, not gonna lie. I will not quench your thirst, for you seek the truth and cannot accept. I will not quench your thirst, for the truth you desire does not exist. But I still want to quench your thirst, for I am the one who cast you into the desert. Federica Berncastel. I did see the FNAF movie. This is a work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons or organizations is entirely coincidental. AD 1983, the early summer of the 58th year of the Showa era. 打ちつかれたこの鼓動は無力で儚いもの痛みは空よりもうららかにあやへおあいよあやへおあいよあやへおあいよあやへおあいよ北上空があった風も熱も夢も明日も空気中にさまよった理想怒り視線切な渦を巻くような暗く深い場所じりじり音を立ててからめ取られ数えきれぬほどの瞳が全部笑う I'm just vibing. Actually, I do. I have no clue who these characters are. Well, I know that one. That one's Rika at the very end. Oh, okay. So I've seen Higurashi before. I kind of know what goes on. Okay. Okay. Okay, so that was just an opening cinematic. And I know you said the Bite of 83. Yes, this does take place in 1983. So and there may or may not be murder. I don't know if you want spoilers for the end of the first chapter. This is a separate game entirely. The first chapter is basically a prologue into the whole entire things that happen in Hinamizawa, which is where the story takes place. Are you wanting the frick? My brain is malfunctioning. Do you want to have like the have spoilers for what happened last time? Because I can tell you. Or you can watch it yourself. I'll drop the link. Yes, there we go. There we go. Okay. The chirping of birds served as my alarm clock. Huh? Wasn't today Sunday? Wasn't it basically my style to stay up late on a Saturday and sleep through the morning on Sunday? Why was I waking up at this disgustingly wholesome hour? Back to sleep, back to sleep.
Keiichi, 起きてる?
Keiichi, are you awake?
電話よ.
You have a phone call. At that moment, the sound of my mother calling me from downstairs finally registered. Phone call? I sprang up out of my bed abruptly and stampeded noisily down the stairs. He's awake. I'll put him on right now, my mother informed the person on the other line. Hello?
俺
It's me.
どちら様?
Who might this be? Oh wait, I can make this immersive. I can make this immersive. Let me get this real quick. Wait.
Ohayo, Keiichi-kun.
Morning, Keiichi-kun. You're such a sleepyhead. Such a sleepyhead.
レーナーか。こんな朝っぱらから何の用だよ。
Oh, Reno, what's up calling so early in the morning?
朝っぱらってことはないと思うな。もうお昼だよ。
Oh my god. I'll probably just not do the voice mod.
I don't think it's so early. It's the middle of the day, you know?
It was 11 o'clock. I guess you could loosely consider that the middle of the
で
day.
なんか用か?
So, what's up?
ちょっと待ってね。
Hold on for a
今
second.
みーちゃんに変わるよ。
I'll put Michan on now.
You should be able to. You just have to go into the rules and accept the rules, and then you'll be able to join. Okay.
Hold on a second. I'll put Michan on now.
モーニング、ケイちゃん。
Ohio, Kei-chan!
日本語で言うなら、おはよう、ケイちゃんってとこかな。
If I were to say it in English, that'd be good morning.
ついでに中国語とドイツ語とロシア語でも言ってみろ。
While we're at it, why don't you try saying it in Chinese, German, and Russian as well?
ニーハオ、ケイちゃん。
Ni hao, Kei-chan!
グーテンモルゲン、ケイちゃん。
Guten Morgen, Kei-chan!
ロシア語
Russian?
ラズビザーニャ。いるわけないでしょ
Du Savandia. How the hell should I know?
まあいいや。
Well, whatever.
バカな話してたら目が覚めた。
This stupid conversation has woken me up.
そりゃ結構なことで。
That's good to hear.
でさ、
So,
ケイちゃん今日暇
Kei-chan, you free right now?
ケイちゃんが大丈夫なら
If
全
you're
員
good,
揃うんだ
then
け
we've
ど
got everybody. Everybody? Did she mean all the club members?
そうだよ。
That's right.
まあ、普段の
You
決
might
戦
be
を覚え
thinking
ば
every day always ends in heated competition, but at least I can spend my days off peacefully.
そりゃ甘いよ、ケイちゃん。
You're too naive, Kei-chan.
へいへい。
Yeah, yeah.
あらゆる環境に対応して最善手を模索するのが我が部の趣旨だもんな。
The aim of our club is to find the best solution for every
つまり
situation.
休日だろうとお構いなしってわけだ。
In other words, we don't care if it's the weekend.
おお、ケイちゃんも我が部のことが分かってきたね。
Ooh, it looks like K-chan has come to understand our
で
club.
これ
So,
さ、
how about it? Can you come?
I had absolutely planned nothing that day. If I were to refuse Club President Mion's invitation, what other fun ways to pass the time would I have?
別に予定なんかねえし、
Yeah, it's not like I planned on doing anything.
嫌だって言ったら不先輩扱いでどんな罰ゲームを課せられるやら。
And if I said no, you'd probably just declare me the loser by default and force a penalty game on me anyways. Is the audio too much? Should I turn off, like, the voice mod? I genuinely don't know. It's not like you can actually read it with how my screen looks, so I still have to read it out.
そこまで分かってるなら断れないよね。
If you understand that much, then you can't refuse, right?
もし OK ならいつもの待ち合わせ場所に1に集合。
If you're okay with it, then meet at the usual place at 1 o'clock.
街へ行くから自転車で来てね。
We're going into town, so bring your bike, okay?
Club activities in town? Well, we could do them anywhere. I feel like it'd be more immersive if you played it with the mods, like with the voice audio by yourself. But like, I don't know. I'm gonna. I'm gonna do this for now, and if people ask for the audios again, I'll bring them back. Well, we could do them anywhere. Besides, since it was a new venue, there was no way this wasn't going to be intense. I'm holding a pretty big grudge from that narrow loss a couple days ago. I'll say right now, I'm not going to lose. A couple of days ago was Friday's club activities. That uncompromising poker match. It was a fight to the death. Nobody held back. Nobody could tell who was in the lead or who was last until all the points were tallied. In the end, I won by only 1 chip. Myung came in second.
Damn it! To think if I hadn't squandered that 1 chip!
Myung lamented this. Thus, perhaps more so than that, the fact she lost the match. Myung doesn't lose. That's why Myung only whined when she let the champion's throne slip through her fingers. That's why she was more frustrated than anybody over a close loss. So does she mean for today to be a grudge match? Bring it on! Just like last time, I'll shut you down and make you play the penalty game. Make sure you play in a way that you won't regret it when you lose. Wouldn't have it any other way. He'll make it all the more better when I crush you. After that, we exchanged jeers for a bit before hanging up the phone. As I headed back upstairs, hastily to get the keys to my bike, I bumped into my mother as she was carrying a futon down.
Oh, Kaiichi, you seem like you're in a good mood. Heading out?
Something like that. I'm going into town to play with everybody.
Take care. Watch out for traffic. Be back before dinner.
Yeah, I'll be back by then. After unlocking the chain for my bike in the garage, I reveled a bit in the resistance the slightly stiff pedal gave as I pushed on it. Alright, let's go! I set off on my bike, cutting through the refreshing morning air.
Kaiichi-kun! You're late!
Sorry to keep you waiting. Huh? Where are Satoko and Rika?
Rather than meeting up with them here, it's a lot quicker to just meet up in town.
Oh, I see. If I remember correctly, Satoko and Rika's houses were on the other side, past the school. Oh, yeah. What's up with doing club activities in town? It can't be that everybody's going to be put on masks and rob a banks all day, is it?
I wouldn't mind doing that. Even then, I wouldn't lose to you. You see, Michan always tells me the routes and schedules of the armored bank cars. I wonder why.
What? I spun around with a serious look on my face and looked at Mion. Well, it certainly seemed possible that Mion was capable of doing that. Seriously, Mion?
Rena! What are you saying? Sorry, Michan. Sorry.
The two of them joked around. That bright laughter was a bright match for a beautiful day like today. Hey, you two. Satoko and Rika are waiting for us, aren't they? Let's stop fooling around and get going. Around and around, fooling about like two fluttering butterflies. I earnestly wished I could keep watching them like this. But the five of us together would be absolutely more fun.
That's right. Well then, let's go.
The goal is to plunder 1 billion. Once we split the loot, everybody scram!
Yeah!
The three of us on our bikes headed over the gentle sloping hill towards town. Accelerating hard, we crested the hill. The view expanded as Okonomiya Station came in sight. I occasionally came to the station here. Considering the amount of effort it takes to get here, though, it's quite a hassle. That's why I didn't know much about the area around the station or Okonomiya itself, or for that matter. The street we were headed down today was, of course, unfamiliar to me as well. Going through the railway crossing, we headed past the south end of the station. This is the first time I've been this way.
Around here, there's lots of things like arcades and toy stores. Michan knows a lot about it.
So there's an arcade? I used to go to one pretty often. My gamer's blood roils within me.
Always going to an arcade? Kei-chan, you're quite the delinquent. Next time we're here, I'll show you where it is. It's a good one. There's quite a few machines.
It seemed like the town of Okonomiya was Mion's stomping grounds. If I asked her, she could tell me a lot of things about it. Eventually, we came across a store with quite a few bikes parked in front of it. Was this the arcade? No, it was a smaller shop. Looking at the window display, it seemed like your everyday toy shop. But for almost 10 kids to be filing in and out of the store, they were doing almost too well for themselves. Could it be the store is having some sort of event today?
Exactly. Top prize is 50,000 yen.
50,000? What the heck is that? That's the GNP of the People's Republic of Kaiichi 5 times over! Two cute figures messing around the front of the store noticed us and waved their hands.
Hello, everybody. We've been waiting for you. Good morning.
Hey! Morning, Rika! Satoko whistled this before the cops get here. The goal is to plunder 1 billion.
Huh? Kaiichi, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm kind of curious how they sound.
Are we late? Did we keep you waiting? We finished early today, so we've been waiting a while.
そりゃ悪いことしたわ。
I'm sorry about
こ
that.
っちはケイちゃんがなかなか来なくてさ。
Kei-chan here was taking a sweet time.
Well, if
Well, if it was Keiichi's fault, it can't be helped.
Saying that, Rika stretched up and began patting me on and said, "Wait a minute. Are you solving everyone by making me the bad guy?"
もちろん
Of
定
course!
一さんでなくては務まらない大役でしたよ
Who else but Kaiichi could fill this important role?
Yeah, I think I'm doing a good impression. I don't like being cast like that. If you think that this will solve everything, you're sorely mistaken. I was feeling slightly irritated, so I began to repeatedly smack Satoko on the head.
Kaiichi, hit me! It's such a shame that... Wait. It's such a shame that Kaiichi's bullying you. Satoko's crying! She's crying! I'm taking her home! Your big sis here will take care of the bad guy, okay?
Wham. Rena ecstatically wiped the tears, which were probably fake, from Satoko's face, while Rika-chan gently patted me as I lay sprawled on the ground. Yes, this is fine. Yep, this is the way things are supposed to be solved. Although I think we should find a new punchline before you start losing teeth. Well then, upsy daisy. In any case, the greeting for today went well. Inside the toy shop, there were about 10 boys around the same age as me. Apparently they all knew me, and finding out that she had arrived, they greeted her with jeers at a time.
Mi-chan is a regular at this toy shop, so she has a lot of friends.
A regular at a toy shop? What's up with that?
Hey, Kaiichi, take a look over back here.
Following Satoko's prompting, I took a look, and there were chairs lined up at the table, almost like some sort of birthday party. I realized it immediately. It couldn't be. This is the venue for today's club activities. Surprise, Kei-chan! I'm good friends with the owner here.
He sometimes lets me hold game tournaments to expand his customer base.
Expand his customer base, I see. Meaning all the boys livening up the place were participants?
That's right. Normally it's just us 5, but today we're gonna play with lots and lots of other people.
Rena was innocently happy about being able to play with so many people, but my expression grew noticeably stern.
Kaiichi, I know exactly what you're thinking.
Oh? Well then why don't you try saying it? Together? Okay. 1, 2...
These are our enemies.
Satoko's voice and mine blended together in harmony. We looked over at the participants. After all, the prize was 50,000 yen. My eyes lit up like a flame. Hey, Kei-chan. It looks like today will be fun. Well, no matter how many more rivals I have, the goal is still the same.
Rivals? Ah, Kei-chan. Do you think a whale keeps track of all the krill it eats?
She said that in an unpleasant voice, laughing with the aggressive glint in her eyes reserved solely for club activities. Damn it, Mion. She's as serious as she can get today. I'm not the one who's serious. Take a look at Rika-chan. Mion pointed, looking at where her fingers directed me. What the heck is that? Rika-chan was using those kinds of traits to soften up the group with an almost excessive pleasantness.
I'm also going to do my best. Go for it! Yay!
Go for it! Yay! Go completely emasculated, the group joined Rika-chan in a cheer. The inside of the store had been consumed by the world of Rika-chan. Damn, she's already chomping at the bit.
It seems like the day's going to be so fun. I'm going to do my best. Oh.
It seemed that Rena was also unusually fired up by the large crowd. Hopping about and running around, she had entered entirely into cute mode. In Rena's case, the real fun starts when her tension gauge fills up. Her happy-go-lucky attitude belied the fact that this was a state in which she was the most threatening. Mion was making small talk with some of the regular customers she was acquainted with. It was like business as usual with her. Of course, if anybody thought that Mion looked ordinary, they were not qualified to be in our club. The shadow beneath her feet was exuding killer instinct, rising up like a chill wind. Damn it, Mion, throwing away her honor and humanity like that? She's serious.
Kaiichi, didn't you know? The 50,000 yen in prizes from Mion's only pockets.
What? She was putting out the 50,000 yen all by herself? At that moment, a dark, miasma that warped Mion's surroundings began to appear.
What is it, Kei-chan?
Is there something on my face? Eep, a shimmer creeped up my spine. That Mion cornering herself like that, she was pulling out the demon lurking within her. Fine with me! Damn it, my knees are shaking like crazy. Before I realized it, the store had filled up with even more people. However, the looks in their eyes weren't confrontational. They were looks of expectation and curiosity. They were the eyes of onlookers who were wondering what kind of match was going to occur and who was going to win. You couldn't ask for a better stage than this. This is getting interesting.
Kaiichi-kun! Let's do our best, okay? Do our best! Oh.
Rena was already fully charged. Mortal laws and common sense held no power before the might of Rena in her cute mode. I definitely didn't want to fight her if possible. Rika-chan, do your best! We're all cheering you on!
Okay, I'll do my best.
Rika was exuding way too much charm, no matter how you looked at it, had already won over most of the onlookers to her side. Nonchalantly avoiding things had always been Rika's creed, but for her to be blatantly laying out her machinations like this, something was definitely strange. Like Rena, she was somebody who I didn't want to fight if I could help it.
Of course, the one you don't want to fight the most is Mion.
I've been lucky to even leave alive more than a few times at the club activities, but I don't think there was a day that even came close to being this dangerous.
Mion seems to have developed quite the grudge after losing that poker match a few days back, you know.
It seems that way. In other words, today is just an elaborate stage for her revenge. Almost as though she were psychic, Mion turned towards us. Her eyes silently conveyed the message, "You guys just figured that out now?" It wasn't just Mion, both Rena and Rika are more pumped up than they'd ever been. Yeah, one's gonna pop up today. Without a doubt, there'll be casualties.
It seems that somehow Kaiichi and I are the only ones left. What do you think? Should we have our match during the opening round?
Might as well. I need to warm up before I can really kick it into gear. My spinal column shuddered like it had been struck by a bolt of lightning, like a pillar of ice was being jammed into it began to freeze. I could almost see the flames backlighting Satoko with their intensity. Even then, while Satoko was displaying a normal smile, it was cold and inhuman, almost as if it was a plastic mask. You must really want to eliminate me in the opening round. You can't hide that murderous intent.
Oh, that's too bad. You're being uncharacteristically cautious today, Kaiichi.
Without a doubt, it was a trap. I don't know what she had up her sleeves, but if I fought with Saltica during the opening round, my loss would be more certain than if I went up against Mion. The pitch-black miasma permeated the inside of the store. Did they all want to win that 50,000 yen prize that much? No, that's not right. The only ones competing for the prize money were the casual participants. I was different. I had mistaken this as a way to just fool around on a normal Sunday. It didn't matter when it was, where it was, or who my opponents were. In our club, the goal is always the very top of the mountain. An intense flame that no strong winds could extinguish, not hot enough to melt any steel, began to burn inside me. The fuse had been lit on this unprecedented, intense club battle. It was then that the owner of the store told me on a lackadaisical voice that it was about time to begin.
Is everybody ready? Listen close now!
Mion began with the formality, sending in for the owner and explained the rules of today's tournament. You're only playing to win. There is no second or third place. That's the same rule as our club. There were 15 people participating. We were to split into 5 groups via a draw, and each group would have one winner. Each winner in the first stage would advance to the next round in order to compete in the final.
Now, as for how each group will compete, each table can decide to play whatever they want. As long as the game is here in the shop, anything goes.
Already in club mode at DEFCON 1, I didn't let the small gap in the rules go unnoticed. Mion, can I ask a question? Won't everybody push to play a game they're good at and not be able to agree on which one?
Oh, that's right. If we can't decide, we can't start.
The spectators also nodded along. It was only natural. There wasn't anybody who would simply cede to their opponent's suggestion.
I'd prefer if you all were good sports and managed to come to a decision on your own. But if it comes to a stalemate, should we have the store owners decide for you?
It was an event at a toy store after all. You'd expect the owners to referee. After that, Mion's rundown continued. It ended with the rule that any losing participants would have to buy the game they lost at, a rather nice proposition for the store. First, we used a draw to split into 5 groups. Everybody lined up single file and began to draw tickets that the shop owner had prepared. It was my turn. Alright, time to draw. No matter who I was up against, I'd crush them. At that moment, Mion began to laugh with a hawkish gleam in her eye.
Of course, I'm sure you already know. But club members will have a separate penalty game than the new casual participants.
I thought as much. What's the gist of it?
The winner gets to give the losers 1 order each.
Contrary to how simple it sounded, it was a terrifying eventuality, the subject of which no one could predict. Damn you, Mion. Was she planning on parading me around Hinamizawa in cat ears and a banana hammock with a tail attached or something? The look on Mion's face told me she wasn't going to let me off that easy. On top of that, this time it was just a person who finished last who'd have to submit to the penalty game. The losers get 1 order each. In other words, even if you don't finish last, you still have to do a penalty game.
And that be the case.
What about if there's no winner? Like, if all the club members drop out midway through?
Kei-chan, are you alright in the head?
What? The look in Mion's eyes became that of a lion bearing its fangs.
How exactly are the elite members of our club going to lose some mewling newborns? Kei-chan, don't embarrass me by getting eliminated in the first round.
Even so, I didn't feel threatened. The more into it my opponent was, the stronger I would become. You just wait and see. I won't just sit here and be bullied by you, Mion. I'll show you.
we shall meet in the finals.
The results of the draw were enough to make you cry conspiracy. All the members of the club were nicely divided up against the 5 tables. How did this happen when the draw was that random? Thought that I was already caught in Mion's puppet strings made me feel uneasy. That was fine though. I'll crush all your petty tricks. Now where were my opponents? Everybody was headed to the tables corresponding to the number on their ticket. The competition at my table was these two, huh? And they look younger than me. Huh? Aren't you two classmates of mine? Oh, hi! I'm Tomita. This is Okamura. Okamura greeted me by nodding his head. So my opening round was to be against my juniors from school. Just saying, but it seemed like a pretty easy matchup. Lucky. Time to destroy them without mercy.
Alright then, everybody! Please decide on your games and start.
With me on decoration, the inside of the store suddenly became lively. Everybody was yelling their favorite games at each other, trying to gain an advantage before they even started. Even my two classmates, who seemed taciturn at first glance, began to fiercely insist on their own games as soon as the signal was given. Of course, I would kick those suggestions aside. There was absolutely no reason to pick a game your opponent was good at. Sorry, they're all games I don't know. Could you pick something a little more well-known? Of course, I didn't agree to the game I suggested either. I could only smirk bitterly. Naturally, after 5 minutes, the stable still couldn't agree on a game. Obeying the rules, we asked the store owner to decide on a game. Clearing his throat, the shop owner brought over a board game from the back of the store. It was a game called Billionaire. Quite the vintage we have here. Come to think of it, if you lose, you have to buy this game. That damn shop owner, was he using this competition to get rid of all the games he couldn't sell? I know this one. You guys do too, right? Spin the wheel and head to the goal. Whoever has the most money after we liquidate our assets is the winner. The two nodded in agreement, and finally the game was underway. At that time, I already had a feeling of impending crisis. I wouldn't realize why until the game progressed a bit. 1, 2, 3, 4. Celebrate the birth of your child. Receive 5,000 from everybody. Sorry. Okay, I built up a bit of a lead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bonus! Receive 100,000 from the bank. What? The tables were turned in an instant? 1, 2, 3. Proceed to the corporate ladder course. Whoa, that's a good route. It seemed like only my piece is landing on the steady spaces. I had doubts as to why Meon didn't bring up board games for club activities, but that reason was laid bare to me before my eyes. That's right. I had only realized it, and now this game is completely based on luck! What could I possibly do to make sure I ended up in first place at the end? The ultimate outcome of this game was decided in a place beyond human hands. How were the other club members doing? My eyes naturally wandered off to the other tables. Meon's table was... what? They weren't doing anything? Had they still not decided on a game?
Yep, I have started chapter 2. I do have the mod installed, but I didn't want to have to repeat everything, so I don't have the voices there, so I'm just doing all the voices myself. I understand if that's not like wanted by everyone, but you know, I'm doing what is suitable, you know?
Are they still not decided on a game? This naive idea existed to distract me from the most frightening possibility. Meon was lounging about leisurely, holding some juice she bought from the vending machine outside in one hand. When our eyes met, she gave me a look of ease. It couldn't be she already finished? What game was it? That easily? It's probably too late to be concerned with that at this point. Only 5 minutes since we started, and her two opponents were already beyond recourse. They were sitting there slumped over in disappointment, muttering to themselves, trying to figure out what went wrong for that. They'd find no answer. Was there any reason for their defeat other than they sat at the same table as Meon? Then what about Rena's table? The spectators were causing quite a commotion. It looked like their game was Karuta. The shop owner was apparently the one reading out the cards. Rena tended to dawdle along and space out a lot. Wouldn't she have a hard time with this game? Then I'll read it out. The dog gets tired on the walk. Bam. At the same instant, the shop owner began sounding out the words. The card in question disappeared off the face of the table. No, the face of the earth. And paused. Where did it go? It was against Rena's cheek. She was rubbing it there.
So cute! I'm taking it home!
Looking at the card Rena was rubbing against her cheek, it was some anime-themed version of Kuruda, with rather cute moe illustrations decorating the cards. Basically, it was a picture of a pretty dog girl with a slightly large chest, panting and half in tears as she was being pulled along on a chain. With those types of pictures, even I could play with the godlike speed. Of all the people to play that game, it had to be Rena. It was entirely possible that her fingertips were on the verge of breaking the sound barrier.
It's over.
Neon smiled coolly, seeing no further reason to keep watching. She turned back.
So cute! So cute! If I don't win, I'll still buy these cards. I'm taking them home.
And to the second, the cards started being read out. Bam, bam, such decisive sounds echoed. Well then, how about Satoko? Oh, she was playing a rather orthodox game. Concentration. Judging from the distressed look on Satoko's face, it seemed that she was struggling somehow. One of the main characteristics of concentration is that the pace of the game speeds up as it goes on. As the numbers of cards to memorize increases, it becomes easier to match several pairs in a row. Wouldn't it be an exaggeration to say that the first person to take over the flow of the match can run away as the winner? The cards still in play had decreased. If you memorize the cards that had been turned over before, you should have a good chance to sweep the table at this point. Satoko probably knew the positions of all the remaining cards. However, her turn came a little too late. If her opponent folded up, the match would be decided. Hojo, sorry, but I'm also aiming for the prize money. Don't hate me for this. This guy, did he have the locations of the remaining cards memorized? He was completely certain of his victory. The tension on his face relaxed. It's over. I whispered that in a bored manner as I turned my attention back to my own game. I spun the wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What? No way! The Ace of Hearts should have been here! There was a commotion at Satoko's table as her shot rang out. The other two at my table turned around in surprise. I didn't. After all, there really wasn't anything to be surprised about. The onlookers were confounded, most of them certain that the Ace of Hearts should have been there. There's no way. I must be seeing things. It must have been because I was excited. So assured in his victory, the distress over his defeat ran deep. That's how it is. If his opponent wasn't Satoko, then the Ace of Hearts certainly would have been there. What a fool. When you're up against Satoko, you can't let your guard down for a moment until the battle is over.
Kaiichi, you still haven't finished your match? You have no sense for these things.
With a refined tone of voice, reserved for only winners, Satoko called out to me. For the casual observer, it must have looked like she only eked out a victory. From my point of view, she was only playing around. The rules of winner and loser had already been decided. It was nothing more than child's play. The laughable part about it was that her opponent didn't know his role had already been assigned. Nice work there, setting up a farce of a trap, the Ace of Hearts.
My opponent only walked into one of my traps. Even then, one was more than enough.
Satoko was a trapper. Her true talent was never having one misfire. Setting off one trap was more than enough? Ain't that cool? The fact that the other club members were winning one after another with their own brand of play only had added to my impatience at my own lack of progress. Alright, how was Rika doing? How was our club's sly little fox doing? What the heck's that? Over in the corner, the mood at that table is decidedly different from the others. The game at Rika's table was, you know, that battery-powered fishing game? The one where the fish open and close their mouths as they rotated on the platform and you use a magnetic fishing rod to pick them up, that old thing? It seemed they planned on competing by seeing who could catch the most fish, but it had become an atmosphere you could hardly call competitive.
Wow, I caught one.
Man, you're so good! Rika, you're good at this! Oh man, she caught another one! Rika is really good at this! I knew that Rika had already charmed her opponents along with the onlookers before the matches had even begun, but brilliantly played. That corner had become an informal meeting of the Rika Furude fan club.
It's Rika-chan's total victory! Total victory! Rika-chan's good at fishing, isn't she?
What? Rika's trolling for people. Trolling for probably isn't fish. Hearing that, she glanced over my way briefly. This is my way of getting serious. That's what I heard.
This is a masterful technique that only Rika is allowed. Only Rika can do.
Yeah, a masterful technique. Maibara, it's your turn. Oh, sorry. Yes, it is. 1, 2, fined for tax evasion. Pay $50,000. In contrast to my game, what an unseemly situation this was. Noticing the uneasiness creeping across my face, my companions came to see how I was doing.
Huh? Kaiichi, could it be you're struggling? You're struggling? Okamura, right now, how much money do you have?
Okamura, who had wrung lots of money out of the elite course, began to count through a stack of white $100,000 bills. About 980,000, I guess.
How much money do you have, Tomita?
I have 880,000. I'm still close enough to turn this around. Those two, it looked like they would easily surpass $1 million.
Well, Kei-chan, how much do you have?
Leon's tone of voice is grim from the get-go. It was her disappointment and disgust as club president. It can't be helped. There's no strategy involved other than spinning the wheel in this game. How am I supposed to cheat? Tell those two to close their eyes and count to 100 while I ring the wheel? You know there's no way I could do that. Rika gently pet my head. Still, she wasn't too happy.
How pathetic. At one point, I thought you'd be a worthy adversary. I've been utterly disillusioned. Don't give up, Kaiichi-kun. There has to be some way to make a comeback. Do your best. Right till the end.
Like I said, how am I supposed to make a comeback with this game relying entirely on luck? Right, Mion? Mion's face, however, was unbelievably indifferent, like she was watching something completely unexciting. She then turned her back without saying a word. Hey, me! It was a pathetic voice that irked even myself. I'm disappointed. Everybody was serious about this, but Kei-chan was the only one who wasn't. What do you mean by serious? Are you telling me to control the spinner through sheer force of will? How can I do that? If you were serious about it, you would have settled this game 10 seconds from when you started.
Mii-chan, you don't have to be so angry. Wait!
Mion, in a bad mood, cast me aside and disappeared into the depths of the shop. Maybe it was because it had become an awkward situation, but the spectators dispersed from around my table. Damn it, are you saying I'm not serious about this? Are you saying if I were serious, I would have settled this game of chance in 10 seconds? If I were serious, Everybody was praying for my victory. They believed in me. Did I betray their expectations? Was it because I wasn't serious? Ugh! Should we continue this game? The two of them were timidly trying to resume play. I didn't respond to that. The table sunk into silence. My bar, should I take that to mean you're giving up? The owner, thinking I was forfeiting, started to announce the cancellation of the game. At that moment, the demon inside me let loose a howl and awakened. I get it now, Mion. What it means for me to be serious. I'll show you! Bimph. I clamped my hands on their shoulders, speaking in a low voice after pulling them closer. Tomata-kun, Okamura-kun, let's make a deal. Let me win. The two of them, not immediately understanding what I had just said or the meaning behind it, were momentarily confused. Hey, Maibara, no violence. Let's settle this game properly. Just listen to what I have to say. What is it you guys want? The 50,000 yen prize? Well, of course. Winning that kind of money is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Even supposing you win, what are you going to do with that money? How are you going to enjoy it? The two of them considered it briefly. Buy a new game or something? Snacks? Maybe some juice? That's petty, so petty. Are you guys stupid? Then how will you enjoy it if you win my bar, son? Me? That's the point. Just shut up and listen to what I have to say. We club members have a penalty game separate from the casual participants. If we lose, we have to obey a simple command from the winner. From another point of view, the winner earns the prize of being able to order the other club members around. First of all, Tomato-kun, you like Satoko, right? Don't deny it! Next, Okamura-kun, you like Riko, right? Don't turn red! I drew the two of them, red-faced and conscious of whether anybody else heard what I just said even closer. Lollies. Moe. What men convince, what men dream about us like an unreachable Garden of Eden. Even then, you still aim for it, wouldn't you? That's because our passionate souls scream for Moe. That sensitive age where you couldn't say you liked the girl you liked. Understanding that gave me all the more power. Tomato-kun, if I win, I'll make Satoko wear a collar and be your little sister for a day. A red fountain spewed from both Tomato-kun's nostrils. Also, Okamura-kun, I'll put cat ears on Rika and let you take her out on a walk on a leash. Blood erupts from the vein in Okamura's forehead. Don't be shy. Just pretend I forced you to go along with me. You two are simply sacrifices to Maribara's senpai's whims. You can pretend to be against it. I understand. I know everything that your hearts desire. Then I suddenly lowered the tone of my voice. My school life is very bleak. I know with my very body how foolish it is to waste such an important time in your lives. So to you, my juniors, I don't want you to live your lives like that. Be honest with yourselves, chase your dreams, fulfill them. I'll fulfill them for you. I will! It was this moment that the values of men bridged generations. My Bara-san! Did I ever have a mentor who spoke my mind for me so strongly? Never. There was no way there was. That's because in a man's lifetime, he'll only have 3 fateful encounters. That valuable first time is being experienced right this moment with these two. It's fine then. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Game over! It was such an assertive decoration of the game setting that everybody in the store turned and looked. It had been less than 3 minutes since I was on the verge of forfeit. All the spectators were certain of my loss.
Kaiichi, what happened? Who won?
It was my complete victory.
What did you say? Exactly how did you overcome that situation?
There's no need to explain what happened. It was a gentleman's agreement. Right, guys? Yes, sir! The two of them, stifling tears of gratitude, answered strongly from the bottom of their hearts. Exactly what kind of miracle occurred here during those 3 minutes? The spectators all looked away from my utter disadvantage.
You did it, Kaiichi-kun! Yay!
The spectators were puzzled at how I was able to so quickly overcome that hopeless situation. That guy, is he able to control the spinner wheel with his eyes or something? It's a miracle! What devilry is this? He's in cahoots with that Mion, you know? There's no doubt he had some strange tricks up his sleeves. I looked at the crowd who couldn't help but be excited. Out of the corner of my eye, not fully awakened and in battle mode, I let out a derisive laugh. So, this is what it means for me to be serious. Mion. You took your sweet time. Baring our fangs at each other, we laughed together in a most unsightly fashion.
With this, all the club members have cleared the first round then. Which means this time it's a match against everybody. A match! I've already decided what I'm going to buy as the prize money. That's only natural. Right?
Setsuko and Rena sneered at each other. These guys, do they really think they can win against Kaiichi Maribara when he gets serious? Mion, that was a mistake. You shouldn't have offered me advice just now.
What a mewling newborn you are. You're a million light years too early to think you can win against me.
Mion, light years are a measure of distance. Oh, she's embarrassed. She's embarrassed.
What are we doing, Mii-chan? How are the 5 of us going to face off? How?
Well now. We have such a splendid lineup. It would be a waste to rush things.
Mia's saying something complicated again.
It couldn't be. Why you? Mion's hair flowed elegantly, almost like a cape as she turned her back to the table.
As for today's contest, I, Club President Mion Sonozaki, reserve judgment for now. The method and time are yet undecided. The more spectators, the better. It should be in front of everybody from Hinemezawa and Okonomiya. By then, we'll know the best way to finally settle things.
Are you running away from this? This is too unfair even for you, Mion!
You newborn. Do you still not realize what has happened?
The combative aura billowing out of Mion's body formed a barrier, stopping Satsuko's advances.
We'll meet again. Prepare yourself for your inevitable defeat.
With a shrill laugh, Mion left the store. After a moment of silence, the crowd erupted into cheers. When will they resume the contest? Mion's serious. The other members are great too. That new guy, Maribara, he's got some strange power. He turned the tables in an instant. Maribara-san! You've got to win! Yeah! I'll dunk someone like Mion head first into the river Styx for ya. The part of the crowd that had apparently overheard the covenant between Tomita-kun, Okamura-kun, and myself erupted into cheer again. Mion's going to win anyways. She's the undefeated empress. I'm betting on Mion. No, it's going to be Rena with that ungodly speed. Setsuko's a trap artist. Rika the siren. It may be a long shot, but it'll be a Maribara. However, right now I had no ear for those cheerful voices. Settling the stage for this huge match, then running away like that, I wasn't going to forgive Mion. Outside the store, Mion was getting on her bike as the shop owner was seeing her off. Don't run away, Mion! If you're the club president, don't run! Fight me!
Oh, sorry, Kei-chan. Right now I've got to get to my part-time job.
Huh? Like you would see in a sketch comedy show, my legs slipped in opposite directions until I was doing the splits.
Yeah. While you were playing your game, Mii-chan received a phone call. It's too bad.
It was just getting good, too. Not our lucky day. They're getting crushed at the sale over at my uncle's store. They don't even have enough people to work the register, so he called me for help.
When you say your uncle, does he manage a supermarket or something?
It's just a small store, but whenever you put stuff on special, all the housewives swarm it like locusts. Don't they have any common sense? Even though they don't have enough staff, they're selling a carton of eggs for 10 yen. Limit 1 per customer.
I was a little surprised. You would never think that this was the club president exuding such a dark aura inside the store just a short time ago. It was the usual Mion right now, also exasperatingly so. My shoulders slumped. That's right, club mode was over now. But it was really heated today. It really was fun. Damn, Mion, she really knows how to fire people up. Me too! I got so fired up, my head started to tingle. Especially Kei-chan. That was scary. I thought he was going to eat me alive there.
It's work, so I guess there's nothing you can do, but it really is too bad. I really want to continue this some other time. Any time is good. How about we do it at the Watanagashi festival?
The cotton drifting 5-demon firefight. That's right. I'll think about it. Right now, what were Rika and Mion talking about? Watanagashi festival? Cotton drifting 5-demon what? I love when things turn out all over the top and manga-like. It'd be nice if we could have another thrilling club activity like this soon. She laughed with a smile that made you feel refreshed just looking at it. At that moment, the shop owner came out, carrying a paper bag. I wonder what it was. Is he giving it to us? Thank you, everybody, for today. Thanks to you, the event went really well. It's not much, but here's a little something for you guys. Hey, Uncle Yoshiro, isn't there a little something for me too?
My, quite an adorable one, is it not?
When Sadako and Rika opened the bag, there were cute little stuffed animals inside.
Wow, they're so cute! Can I take them home? I really can!
Which means there's something for me too? Oh, I got a pretty adorable one. It was a stuffed toy wearing a beautiful dress, one you used to play house. Rene's eyes were glued to my stuffed doll. Sadako was the same, and Rika too? Kei-chan got the one that fits him the least. How do I say this? I could say it's pretty or cute. Well, I guess it's cute and pretty. I can admit it's adorable, but a doll with changeable clothes is... If you walked around with it, then you'd be treated like a weirdo starting tomorrow, definitely. Mia didn't have to go that far. This wasn't something like a guy like me should be carrying around. Mina was the only one who hadn't received a present, so I thought about giving it to her. However, after briefly considering, I gave it to Rena instead.
Huh? You're giving it to me? To Rena? Thank you!
Just protecting myself. If I didn't give it to Rena, then walking the streets at night would be scary. No doubt, no doubt. And I thought about giving it to Mion, but it just didn't feel right. You know it. I sometimes wonder why I wasn't born a boy. It's better that you're a girl. If you were a boy, I would have killed you already. You should kill me while you still can. If you don't, Kei-chan, you might not live to regret it. Mion laughed after saying such an ominous line. That's what we call foreshadowing. Everybody laughed heartily along with her. Ask God to make you a boy in your next life. I'll also have him make me a boy. And together, the two of us will start with taking over the country as a warm-up. Michan, if you don't get going soon, the shop owner told her meekly. A lot of us looked like we were having a lot of fun, so it must have been hard to put a wet blanket on things. Later then. Today was really fun. I'll see you later, guys. Tomorrow at school. Don't be late for work. Everybody waved their hands and watched as Mion left. Before I knew it, the sun was already setting and the breeze carried a hint of the chill.
Should we play a bit more in town? Or should we go home? The road gets scary when it's dark. Then I guess it's time to leave. We certainly caused a ruckus today.
We sure did. Okay, let's go home. The wind blew gently as if to cool down those of us flushed with enthusiasm. The road back to Hinamizawa was long, but I didn't mind.
Oh, that's right. Renaissance, you achieved an overwhelming victory, didn't you?
When Rena gets like that, I'm sorry to say, but there's no winning against her.
It was because the cards were so cute. See? See, I bought them. Oh. Rika was the same as usual. When it comes to boys, it's like taking candy from a baby. It was an easy win.
How much was calculated and how much was natural? I get scared when I think about how Rika will turn out in the future.
Satoko-chan was amazing too. The way it ended was exciting. It wasn't the sort of game where I should be complimented. Keiichi, you also showed your things at the end there.
Well, I guess. I'm the type of guy who's strongest when he's cornered.
Tomita-san and the others seem to be cheering you on really hard. What was that about? He made some sort of promise to Tomita and Nakamura. It's probably a secret. A secret? A secret? Oh, I wonder what it is. I wonder.
Sometimes for a man, there are times we can only understand one another by fighting. Desperately laughing, I frantically tried to avoid the subject. After that, everybody continued to praise each other for how they defeated their opponents and reflected on how fun today was.
Everybody look! The sun is beautiful! The sunset is beautiful!
Satoko getting even more excited, waiting where her fingers indicated was it a big sunset. Casting even longer shadows of us on our bikes. And cries of the Higurashi were gentle and very comforting. Is this the end of the chapter, or is this the Act 1 end? Ooh, nice. I have not eaten yet, and I probably should eat. So I'll probably leave it here, also because I keep on yawning. I'm running on literally 3 hours of sleep. I probably should take some time for myself. So I apologize for the 1 hour stream, but I will be 100% coming back into this. I'm having fun with this. I do know that foreshadowing is already being set up in the very first chapter because I know how it's gonna end. I saw how Mion looked. But anyway, thank you guys for coming. I will definitely be opening this back up again here soon. Okay, thank you very much. Bye!